welcome to the channel.
Yes, and we're starting like a nice little series on the channel.
Yeah.
Which is going to be around food.
We all love food, don't we?
Everyone loves food.
Especially when it's Florida.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to be doing Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and Aquatica, and outside the parks too, because we've had quite a lot outside the parks, just around Orlando.
And I'm sure you can tell. Disney! Disney! Disney!
Yes, so we're going to be starting off with everything we have ever eaten at Walt Disney World.
We have. We are, even.
We have.
We have and we are.
So yeah, we're going to be doing everything we've eaten at Walt Disney World. Believe it or not, we've not actually eaten that much, especially compared to how much there actually is.
No, we haven't, to be fair.
But we're going to tell you what we've eaten and actually what we thought to it, and a little ranking out of 5 as well.
Yes, so 5's top tier. And well, we can technically have 0. There is odd 0.
0 means it's going in the bin.
Yes, never having it again. But 5's top.
Yes.
1 and 0 is pretty bad and never having again. So
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to start off then in Walt Disney World, in the food capital of Walt Disney World, and that is Figment. No, it's Epcot.
We should have used your picture with this.
I know.
Figment is Luke's boy. Why haven't you got Figment on?
I could have put Figment on, to be fair. I've got
Useless.
Figment. But yes, we are going to start with Epcot. I believe in there's actually a big sleeping Figment.
It is, yeah. So, the first thing we had was the smoked corned beef, and it was from Flavours from Fire.
Yeah, the Flavours from Fire food booth.
Yes.
What is that? Is a lot of F's.
It is, isn't it?
The
The booth. There we go.
Anyway, yes, so these here, they were all right actually, weren't they? I think that's what
Yeah.
I'd probably say. They're £6.50 to buy these.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
I think the price, again, we need to remember it is Disney. Some stuff is quite expensive.
Yeah.
We were sharing these because the price is quite hefty and we wanted to try a few different
Yeah,
bits.
we wanted
So
to
we
have a
thought
look
we'd
at
share them and see what they were like. So these were $6.50 and they were kind of like, they're not what we call crisps, but it's not chips. It was
No.
like,
Thin potato, wasn't
it's like very thin potato, yeah. It was nice.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? It was
That's
all right.
it,
It was all right
yeah.
for the money. Yes.
Yeah, so my rating of this one was a 2.
Yeah, and I said it was a 2 as well. So a 2 is kind of it's all right.
It's all right.
Probably wouldn't have it again.
Yeah, give it a go, but we personally probably wouldn't choose it again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're staying with the Food and Wine Festival, and we're going to the fry basket, and these are the adobo yucca fries. These are $5.50, and we saw these on Disney Food Blog.
We did.
And we really like these. They're like garlic bready, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of like garlic sticks. I don't think there's actually any sort of potato in them. Yeah, they were basically like a garlic breadstick with, what's that, ranch?
I guess.
I think
It's
it
some
might
kind
have been
of
a ranch sauce.
I don't know if it's this adobo yucca sauce,
Oh, maybe.
essentially.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, they were decent. I think they've had them for a few years. I think they had them last year as
I think
well.
they've had them for a while.
But yeah, for me, I said they were a 3.
Yeah, and
So-
I was in agreement too. They
Yeah.
are a 3, I think, and they are lovely. But again, they're not our go-to. But a 3 is like it was good. It was a good bit of food.
And if there's a family of you, on there, again, I don't know if the portion sizes have changed because this was in 23, you get 4 fries. So get one between your family and share them out. $5.50, it's not too bad.
I think that's exactly what we did, because we went with your sister and brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And they had these, and
Yes.
we did share them.
Yeah, these are the pickle fries, which were also from the fry basket. And these were also $5.50.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, again, there was 4. So yeah, we tried them as well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I gave them a 3 as well, because I do love pickle.
You do love a pickle.
So I'm quite happy with a pickle.
I'm not as fussed about pickle, so I'm going to give it a 2.
No. With my rating, I'm a little bit like, I feel like I did prefer the yucca fry. But then I also gave these a 3. So I gave them both a 3. So, but it's hard because they are different.
Yeah.
So
They are different. Depends what you're after, really, but if you like pickles, go for it. If you don't like pickles,
it's not going to be for you.
go for the adobo yucca fries if you're going to the fry basket.
Yes. and what was your rating for this one?
I gave these a 2, just because I'm not that much into pickles, really.
You're not a pickle boy.
I'm not into the pickles.
Pickle.
No. One thing that I was into, though, is our next item, which is the crispy paneer.
Oh.
And this wasn't on the menu for the Food and Wine Festival in 24. It was for a couple of years. I'm sure it was in 22 and in 23. But yeah, I think, well, these were $5.25. Worth it. So good. If you like paneer, like if you've never tried paneer and you like cheese and you like Indian food, 100% have paneer. It is brilliant.
So good.
I think I first had like a paneer masala some years ago.
Yeah,
and
your sister made it, and we was like, "What's this?" She was like, "Oh, it's Indian cheese." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good."
Yeah, and then our local like all-you-can-eat Indian slice of India, they have it, and it's probably the best thing on the menu.
Oh yeah,
so
that is
good.
like my go-to.
Yeah, so these were phenomenal. It was like
so good.
it was like a masala chutney sauce as well, from what I remember.
Yeah,
It was extremely nice. What did you give it?
I gave it 5.
You did.
Yeah, if we're going to Epcot this year, if they have them,
Yeah,
that's my portion.
yeah.
You can get your own if you want some. I'm having the full portion, even at $5.25. I'm
worth
having
it.
that portion. It is
Yeah, 4 bits.
so nice.
Yeah, it was, and I give it a 4. As much as I've just bigged it up, I know I've just bigged it up, but 5 for me is like I have got to absolutely have that every single time I go to Florida, to Orlando, whatever. And for this, yes, it is very good, hence my 4, but it's not my absolute go-to.
I mean, it'd be my go-to if it's there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
So, assuming it's there, I will be having this.
yeah. That's fair enough.
Epcot, have it.
Yes. One thing they have had, and they've had for some years now, is this. The warm raclette, Swiss cheese and Alpine ham, baby potatoes, whatever that is, and baguette.
Cornichons? I think it's cornichons.
Yeah.
Cornichons. It's cornichons.
Don't care. $5.25. Now, I like raclette, but for me, I think in the Florida heat, didn't work.
No. Again, if it depends. Us in heat, we're not the best.
No.
We get, especially when I go really red in the face and then my whole body just gets hot.
Yeah.
So having something really, really hot.
It's like a wintry food, isn't it?
Yeah, I see it more of a winter food. I don't know if we just kind of go with regards to Disneyland Paris because they have it in winter at some of the buffet places and stuff. So I don't know if that's why we kind of represent this kind of thing with winter more.
Yeah, because they only have it at Sequoia Lodge in winter. They don't have it in summer, so maybe that is why. I think it's nice. It's a bit like in Canada, they do the soup, and apparently the soup's amazing, but I just don't know if you want it in the heat.
I can't imagine having the soup.
No, so I give this a 2.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 as well. I can't remember if we said it was $5.25 or not. We might have already said that. So I think for $5.25, the actual portion of this one is actually really good because it was, it was a good chunk.
It was a good portion of filling for the money.
Yeah, and there was quite a few potatoes and stuff. And there was plenty of cheese on it. It just wasn't for us.
Not at that time of year, no.
No.
So on to the next thing, which is something we did actually really like, and this is the Snickernoodlen.
Snickernoodlen.
Yeah, so it's basically a pasta, ham, cheese, like blocked together. It's a proper German dish. I have seen this in Germany when we've been on our travels to Germany. And it's brilliant.
It's really nice.
It is really, really nice. Not the biggest portion for the money, so it's $5. So it's not really a sharer portion. I think you could probably have that to yourself, no problem. But it was very nice.
It wasn't a massive portion, but it was very, very nice.
Yeah.
So if you love cheese...
You love pasta.
One thing we will say, you've probably noticed all these things have cheese on. Yeah. So we do like cheese, but during 23, what was it called?
Well, they've had it for multiple years.
Is it always a cheese one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Montage, Mel's fromage montage.
Yeah, something
fromage,
like that.
Montage.
So you have to have so many cheese dishes and then you get a little freebie, which we will go on to.
Yeah.
So we specifically did choose the ones that had the cheese in, but it worked for us because we love cheese anyway.
Absolutely.
Just to clarify why there's a lot of cheese dishes.
Yeah.
But yeah, $5.
I think it's okay.
It's not the biggest portion, but it was very nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. And I would absolutely have this again. If they've got it again, I probably will have it next time too. So that goes on to the rankings. I gave it a 4 just because it's not like I must have it, but if it's there and I'm feeling a bit peckish,
like you are now,
like I am now, This isn't in the edit. My stomach has rumbled about 5 times. There's going to be some serious editing with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have it. But if I'm not like dying to go back to have it again. It doesn't live rent free in my head. Hence why I've given it a 4.
Yeah, I've gone with a 4 as well. Very similar reasons. It was really, really nice, but it's not. When I think of Epcot, I don't instantly go, "Oh yeah, the schnickel noodle."
No.
Schnickernoodle. I can't even say the word, so that probably doesn't help. But I do go crispy paneer.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on then. So this is one that you had rather than what I had, because I didn't actually have this.
Yeah, no. So this was my very first Joffrey's that I ever tried, and it was the Nutty Caramel Mocha Cold Brew. My first initial response when I had a bit of this was, I don't know if they've given me the right thing, because it tasted very much like alcohol. That was literally my first reaction of, I think there's alcohol in this. And Luke had a little sip, but you can't really remember.
No.
And I think my sister and my brother-in-law tried it as well, and they all said the same. It was like, wow, that's really strong.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like coffee to me. It just tasted like pure alcohol.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't. Overall, it was quite nice, but it wasn't the best in my opinion. It was $5.29, which I don't think is too bad.
That's quite cheap actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty fair price. I don't know if they still do this one.
I think it was Food and Wine Festival related in the American area.
Yes, it was in American Adventure. So whether or not they have it, I'm not sure. I gave it a 3. It was pretty average. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. So
yeah,
it was a 3.
One thing I do remember though is my absolute freebie that I got. So this is a strawberry cheesecake soft serve topped with a mini cheesecake and graham cracker crumbs. And this is what you get for the Imel's fromage montage, which is when you have, I think it's 6 like cheese-based snacks of what you have around the world.
Was it 5 or 6? I can't remember. But because Luke had a birthday badge on,
yes,
a lovely cast member stamped it twice for us.
Yeah,
so we didn't have to go for the extra one, which is nice.
I think the extra one we was planning on having was the soup from Canada, the cheese soup.
Yes, I think it was.
But because we didn't need to, we didn't bother because it was really hot.
It was, yeah. We bailed on that one.
So yeah, I just nearly knocked the laptop flying.
Let's not do that.
No, let's not. Honestly, you should see we've got literally screens everywhere.
No, you don't need to see this mess.
But yeah, so this here, it was actually really nice. I remember having it and thinking, this is really nice. I didn't really know what it was. I had to then re-look to know it was like a soft serve cheesecake.
I thought it was a mousse, I did.
It did feel a bit more like a mousse, but I gave this a 3. Don't get me wrong, I'm probably not going to go around the world and have 5 cheese snacks again.
To be able to get this.
So
I don't think you can buy it.
No, you can't. But you do. I do like the fact you get to keep the jar. Ta-da! So yeah.
It's just a little plastic one.
It is plastic,
but it's a solid plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is really cute.
It's like a free souvenir, isn't it? Because it is literally free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay. So we had to pay like what, $25?
Yeah.
In order to get the food items to get this.
Yeah. But we wanted to try them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So you got $25 worth of food. You get this for free. You get a souvenir for free. I think it's all right. So I'll give it a 3.
I gave it a 1. I only had a little bit of it because I think by that time I was that hot and I was like, I don't want any more food. So I did give it a 1, but that is purely the fact of I think I had one mouthful and I can't fully remember it.
Yeah.
And probably the fact of what we've kind of just gone over, you have to do all these other bits to be able to actually get this item. So to me, it wouldn't be worth having to go through all that again to have that. So yeah, that's my only reason really. But the fact you do get the little souvenir cup, I do really like that.
I do as well. Yeah, 100%.
It's really cute.
So we're going away from Food and Wine Festival now. We're going to things that you can have kind of all the time at Epcot. Now, we never had a full meal in Epcot. So we just had kids' meals.
We did.
For those who don't know, you can order a kids' meal at a quick serve restaurant. And it is included, well, you can have it for an adult, should I say.
Yeah.
They do not mind you having a kids' portion. And believe it or not, what you see on screen there is a kids' portion.
Yes. So this was mine. So my main was mac and cheese. And then I had some onion rings and I had some fries. I will just say, it looks like they've actually changed their menu a little bit. So the sides, you can't have onion rings anymore. I think they've changed it to mac and cheese, fries, watermelon, and it's like bacon,
baked
baked
barbecue
beans,
baked beans
with burnt bits or burnt ends or
ends,
something like that. So you can't have onion rings anymore, and you can't have coleslaw anymore. So just bear that in mind. So this isn't technically fully available anymore. But the mac and cheese and the fries and the onion rings were phenomenal. So I'm quite gutted they don't do them anymore. That was $6.99.
Yeah, which is insane.
That's a kid's meal.
Which is insane.
And like we were full.
Yeah, I just for balance, I had this.
Yeah.
So I had chicken tenders, onion rings, and a coleslaw. This was $8.49 because of the chicken tenders over the mac and cheese. But it was again. Don't get me wrong, it was tenders, but the onion rings, the coleslaw was really nice, and the atmosphere in there was really good too.
It was, yeah. I'm actually really sad that they've got rid of the. You got more onion rings than me. You got 4. I got 3. Anyway,
I paid more.
Yeah, they paid more. The coleslaw and the onion rings were so good.
They were.
So I'm really sad that when I looked when we was doing this, I was like, oh no, they don't do them anymore.
No.
But yeah, if just like my brother-in-law, he had an adult meal and it was basically the same size.
It wasn't a million miles off.
It wasn't that much bigger, and I think it was like $15. We both actually gave this a 5.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's just the fact it was our last day, it was kind of our last meal in Disney.
And it was a good meal too.
And it was a good meal, and we're like, oh yeah, 1,000,000%. I don't know if it's just to do with our feelings of it.
Maybe.
But yeah, we both gave it a 5, and we've got it down to go to again this year.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Next up then, we have Dole Whip. Now you can get this in a lot of places. So we're not going to speak too much about Dole Whip. It is literally pineapple soft serve. This also had strawberry because I had the mix. This is available at the Refreshment Outpost. So this one cost me $6.50. But you can get it in Magic Kingdom at like Aloha Isle. I'm pretty sure you can get it at Animal Kingdom and at Hollywood Studios as well. I like a Dole Whip. I think they're really refreshing. A bit different to ice cream in the fact it's a bit more zesty. So I do like this. I 100% would say if you're hot, you want a nice, refreshing, like beverage, go for a Dole Whip.
Is it a beverage?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't say it's a beverage, but yeah, they are nice. Yeah, they are very refreshing.
Yeah.
The price from what I looked online, like Luke said, this one in 23 was $6.50, but I think they do vary depending where it's from, so just bear that in mind.
They do, and I will both give this a 4 because it is a really nice. Is it like, do we dream about Dole Whip? No, but is it nice when it's hot? And you just want something nice and refreshing, cool you down. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is very refreshing.
So now then, we're moving on to Magic Kingdom.
And we got Walt.
We have got
and
Walt.
Mickey. Not bad about them too.
No, these two are sketchy. So we're going to Magic Kingdom. Believe it or not, we've not actually had that much at Magic Kingdom.
No, we always seem to go to the same places.
We do, and you'll see why in a minute. So first things first, this is definitely a me thing. The Mickey pretzel, you can get these at every park. I've had them at all of them apart from Hollywood Studios. But they do definitely do it. I think there's the Pretzel Palooza, which is near Rock'n'Roller. They do them, and I'm pretty sure all Disney parks do these. I think
all of them do them, yeah.
But yeah, you get it with this. I know Disney Food Blog call it plastic cheese.
It is basically plastic cheese.
It's like you've got cheese slices and you've melted them, and that's what it is. But it's so good. I absolutely love these. I will absolutely be having this next time I go. It is just a pretzel with all the salt on it, but it's that cheese sauce. You can get this from like cases for $1, I think, as well. And I love it. It's 5 out of 5. It lives rent-free in my head. I love it.
It's €8.30.
It's not €8.30.
It's $8.30. It's not €8.
I think, again, the price does vary depending on where you get it from. But when we looked on the Disney World app, that was the price it gave us.
$8.
Don't care.
$8.30
Don't
plus
care.
tax.
Don't care.
Yeah, I gave it a 1. It looks cute. I get that. It does look cute. To me, they're too salty for me, unfortunately. And the plastic cheese, I don't like it. That's all I'll say. I know Luke loves them, and they make great photos, but I'll leave you to eat the Mickey pretzels. Hey, I got to share. Should be happy about that.
Moving on to something you do like.
Hey, chicken tenders!
So basic, but there's just something about Disney World chicken tenders.
Absolutely.
You know, chicken tenders and fries, they are quite cheap. They're literally only like $11, which is, with the exchange rate at the minute, around £8. It's honestly, good. I think, for a theme park meal, just to put into context, if you go to Alton Towers and you want a chicken tenders meal, you're looking more like £15.
Yeah.
And they are not as nice as these by a long way.
I mean, we don't really do tenders in the UK.
Or chicken strips, whatever.
I know, but they're not, even so, they're not what you get in America.
It's not the same, are they?
No, they're not the same. These specific ones are from Pinocchio's Village House. And we had them in 23 and we had to have them again in 24.
Yeah.
We just...
Do you know what I like about here? Do you know what I like about here, though, is the fact, like, you can just get, like, there's one there, like, for example, you can just get sauces, like, little pots of sauce, which means you can absolutely steal them and take them away with you. Don't do that. But, yeah, that's right. And they do Ken's ranch sauce in Pinocchio's.
They do.
And it's just so good.
It is.
I had to buy some last time I went from Walmart and bring it home.
And we also had to buy an extra bag because of the weight of the sauce.
Yeah, we can blame the tenders for that. So it is tenders. Are they absolutely special? Not really. But
they are to us.
They are to us, hence we've given them a 5.
Yeah.
We have got to go. We will go. You can check out our vlogs coming up on the channel around October time when we go back to Disney World. And I will promise you, we will have chicken tenders from Pinocchio's.
Maybe even twice.
They're a bit of a go-to. We need to try some other places. Moving on. So we've gone to the big top souvenirs. We did get a couple of bits from here. So first of all, we got the Halloween, which is the Rice Krispie Treat from 2023. This was like $5.50.
Yeah.
It looks quite small on there. I can tell you now, it wasn't. It was the same size as my hand.
It was pretty big. It's on your hand, but it's sticking over. So yeah, it's about a hand size.
Yeah.
And Luke has quite small hands. So.
Yeah. And I've always wanted to try one of these. Like, I know Disneyland Paris brought them very briefly, and I could never get one. It's always sold out. We have heard that apparently the ones in Paris were not that great, but I really liked this. I did genuinely really like it. I think it's a bit steep at $5.50, I suppose, maybe, but then everything's that kind of price at Disney World.
It is.
So
it is a themed snack.
It is, yeah.
So
it is. I give it a 3. I thought it was good, and I gave it a 3.
Yeah, apparently I said 0, but
I think it's because you couldn't remember.
Don't remember actually having it, so I can't really judge on it.
I think you kind of more did an NA rather than a 0.
Yeah, because it's not something that I'd just chuck in the bin. It's just I can't really remember.
No, it was nice though. But you had this.
Yeah, Blue Powerade. Slush. It's nice. Oh yeah, sorry. Blue Powerade slush, just to clarify. It's very nice. $6.59 for that.
It was incredibly
It was
steep.
like...
Wasn't that big. For America, it was not that big.
Yeah, it was very nice and it was very, very refreshing. But $6.59. The thing is, I didn't actually know how much it was because there was no price. It just said, and I was like, oh, it can't be that much. And then when they said how much it was, I was like, excuse me? How much? And then it went, oh, how much was it? I was like, I think with tax about $7 odd. But yeah, overall, I would give it a 3 because it was very, very refreshing. And again, in that heat, an iced cold drink or slush is what I needed.
One thing that we are definitely got a split opinion on, and you're going to upset some people with these. These are the cheeseburger spring rolls from the cheeseburger spring roll cart near Frontierland. No, it's not. It's near Adventureland, so I'm thinking of Paris. So these right now, we didn't pay this much.
No, they're now right now $9.50 for 2 spring rolls. I think we paid $7.50.
I think they were about $7.50. Yeah.
So they've gone up $1 each year, basically.
Yeah.
I really don't like them.
No.
I just can't get on with them. I understand why people do like them. I haven't tried the pepperoni ones.
No.
Which, it's one of them, I kind of want to, but then I also don't want to pay $9.50 for it.
No.
Because I don't think I'll like it, because to me a spring roll should be...
A spring roll.
A spring roll. So it should be like a vegetable spring roll, or a duck spring roll, or a chicken spring roll.
Yeah.
They're the 3 spring rolls that I feel is a spring roll.
Yeah.
they're just not for me. I've said a 1 because I feel like if I said a 0 and I chucked them in the bin, people might unsubscribe. But
trolled.
no, I do understand why people do like them. It's just, it's not for me.
I give these a 4. I'm not quite on the bandwagon that everyone says that these are like the god tier snack at Disney World. I don't think that. I think they are nice. I like them. $9.50, you're joking if you think I'm going to pay that for 2 of these. I'm just not going to do it. So that's why. If they were like $3 each, so $6, I'd probably give it a 5. I probably would have it every time, but not at that price.
And also, I'm pretty sure you can't even use like your snack credit on them either.
So one thing that we can agree on is this absolute magnificent, God holy snack of Disney World.
That's all that really needs to be said.
Yeah, it's the warm cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern. Now,
Yeah.
the controversial thing here is I'm hearing that the creme brulee tart that is now at Gaston's is better. And we are going to test the theory next time.
We will test the theory.
We're buying both though.
Yeah, but this photo actually, we don't have the extra
Extra cup of
the
icing.
extra cup
you
of
can
icing.
ask for.
So the first time we had it, we didn't get that. The second time, Lou was like, "I'm just gonna ask,"
Yeah.
and they was like, "Oh yeah, of course you can." And with that extra cup of icing,
It was so good. And
So
these are
good.
$7, by the way. We've not mentioned the price because we don't care.
no, I don't care.
They could put these up to $9.
Oh, I'd still buy it.
I'd still buy it. Yeah, that's
Please
why.
don't.
No.
But yeah,
That's why we are giving this both a 5. We think about this on the daily
we do.
and we absolutely love it.
I know our rating's up to 5, but it's a 10.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
is a
11. It's a
10.
12. Like
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
best thing ever.
Yeah. Why are you eating it without me?
Because you're taking the photo. Luke's got a thing for taking awful photos of me when I'm about to take a bite of something, or I'm pulling a Mardy face, which is like 99% of the time. He just snaps, and then he's like, "Hey, look at that," and I'm like, "Oh God, is that really what I look like?"
You're enjoying that?
It was very nice. You know what? That is the face of, oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah. And look how big your mouth is to get it in. That's how big it is.
I think I say, look how big you are. It's like, yeah, I know.
No. So this is another you one.
Yeah, so this one I had last year, so in 24, and it was the Pumpkin Game Changer from Joffrey's, and it was in Tomorrowland. It was okay. It didn't taste that pumpkin-y to me. The top, with all the, I think it had cinnamon on the top, and the cream, was dead nice. But the actual coffee drink itself, I couldn't really taste pumpkin in it, so I was quite gutted about that. Luke can't really rate this one. He did have a little bit, but again, when you've had the tiniest little bit of something, you can't remember. And Luke turned around to me, because I said, "Oh, it don't taste like pumpkin," and he went, "Oh, that's good," because Luke's not a fan of pumpkin.
No.
And he tried it and was like, "Oh yeah, that's actually all right." But he did agree that he couldn't taste pumpkin in it.
No.
So it was quite disappointing, and I gave it a 2.
Yeah. From also this place in Tomorrowland, I had an Irish coffee, cold brew.
Yeah.
And I expected to have like a good taste of Baileys or something in it.
Yeah, or like the fake Baileys.
Yeah, like not obviously not actually alcohol because
No,
it wasn't
but just the
alcohol
flavour of
version,
it.
but I was expected to taste a little bit like that, and it absolutely did not.
No.
I don't know how they got that it was an Irish coffee.
It tasted
cold brew.
nothing
Well,
like Irish coffee.
It was all right. It was cold and it was
just
refreshing.
it just tasted like a cold coffee.
Cold coffee. Yeah.
Just no extra flavour and just pure cold coffee.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a photo of that one, so.
No, we did not.
But I think it was. I don't know if it was the same price or a bit more.
I think.
Oh no, I think it was five.
I think it was a little bit
$5.50.
cheaper. I think we said that for the extra $1 or so, yours was a lot bigger.
It was.
And looked a lot better because you had the cream
Yeah.
on and stuff.
I think yours was about that much bigger.
Yeah, it wasn't really, was it?
Standard Disney. Little kiddie. Oh, actually, that's the kid size one.
Yeah, it's also our free water one.
Yeah, but that is the kid size one that you get as well.
It is, yeah. So, coffee related, we're not going to talk about Starbucks in this video. We're going to do it in our everything else video because we've got some things to say about Starbucks in America. Caramel Ribbon Crunch. But anyway.
Say no more.
One thing we did have in Magic Kingdom is we had this raccoon cake pop because I wanted to try a cake pop from Starbucks. So this was $3.25. This was from Main Street and it was pretty decent. I gave it a 3. There wasn't really much more to say about it other than they're quite cheap, $3, I guess. You know, after after the exchange rate, it's like £2 odd. So if you like cake, go and try one.
They're not the biggest.
No.
I think I might have had like the tiniest bit, so I haven't rated it because I can't remember.
No.
I am holding that though. Why am I holding your cake, Bob?
I don't know. I don't normally give you my food because
Exactly.
I'm scared I might not get it back. So this here actually wasn't from Magic Kingdom, but it was from the Contemporary on our Magic Kingdom day. So we have kind of included this. So this is the mint chocolate chip cookie sandwich. They're $7.79 and they are fantastic.
They're worth every single dollar.
There's not ice cream.
Or cent or whatever you want to call it.
It looks like ice cream, but it's not ice cream. It's not frozen. It's just in the normal like counter. I think they do sell these in Magic Kingdom, but we couldn't find one all day.
Anywhere.
But we did find it in the Contemporary, and we are 100% going to be having this next time.
It is so nice. If you like mint choc chip, you will love that.
Yeah, we sat like by the big windows in the Contemporary, looking out towards Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We sat on some nice, comfy sofas, and we just had this between us. It was lovely at the end of a long Magic Kingdom day.
Yeah, we just sat and chilled and munched that, and it was, and it's thick. Like it was thick.
Big, wasn't it? We really enjoyed it.
It was so nice, and the detailing of the actual Mickey face on it is like you can see his smile and everything. It's really cute.
I love it's like an ice cream sandwich that's not ice cream, so it doesn't melt on you. It's not messy. It's just
so nice.
It was so nice. Definitely, probably get 2 next time.
Yeah, we 1,000,000% 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for both of us. Yes. So we're going to mention this. So it's the.
There's a rubbish one on the floor.
I've realised what I've done. I've put here is create your own popcorn. It's not. It's Mickey's Not So Scary. So we're going to talk about this then. This is from Mickey's Not So Scary, and this is the candy that you can get.
Yeah, this is from the Trick or Treat Trails.
Trails.
Trick or Treat Trails. So we did this in 23, and we did this with my sister and brother-in-law. So this was between 4 of us, not just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of money, really. To get that, obviously, you know you do get the rest
$1 million.
You do get the rest of the experience with it as well. And to be fair, we did well with the amount of candy that we got.
Between 4 of us.
But it's very samey. Like, I don't think they change it any year. From what I've seen previously, it's always the exact same snacks and candies that you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know, I don't think we've really rated this because we like different things. Like, I don't like Snickers, you do.
Yeah.
I love the brownie M&Ms. You're not as bothered. No. I quite like the Three Musketeers. You're not that bothered, but you really like the Starbursts, when I'm not that bothered.
The Twix, though, American Twix. Oh, wow.
They are nicer than UK Twixes.
They are so good.
Yeah, I think so.
The Skittles were basically just Skittles.
Yeah. And one thing that we are going to mention as well is, because we're having issues with this PowerPoint, we've tried twice to put it on and it's having none of it, is we also had the Create Your Own Popcorn at the Main Street Confectionery.
Yes.
We absolutely love that, don't we? It is so nice, you know, and the fact they make it for you, you can add whatever you want on it.
Yeah, so I think it comes with 3 toppings, and then you can add the extra toppings, I think they're for $1.
Yeah.
But the main price for your actual popcorn, your toppings and your sauce is $12.99, and then obviously you've got your tax on top.
Yeah. And
it's so good, and I never thought I'd say this. My problem with it, I think it's actually too big.
It is. It's very big.
It's huge. And, like, yeah, it's just massive. And especially if you go when it's really hot, so when you go in September time, it's still like 30 odd degrees. So because of the sauce on it, which is lovely sauce, it's just melting constantly. And obviously because it's popcorn, you kind of need to pick it up and you get really messy. And I still gave it a 4.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 4 as well. It's very nice.
Because it's so nice. And the variety of toppings you can have is phenomenal. But just be prepared to get messy.
But get messy, take it home with you, have it between a few of you because it is a huge portion.
Yeah, I think we made the mistake of getting it kind of like midday.
Yeah.
Whereas now I think I'd probably get it at the end of the night, take it back, and then you can keep it fresh and eat it over a couple of days.
Yeah, 100%. So now we're going to move on to Hollywood Studios. So again, we've not had too much here. I've sort of said that a lot, but we've been talking now for 40 minutes. So the first item then is the Woody's Lunchbox. So again, we had a kids meal, which was the half a grilled cheese toasty and tots. And then we also had tachos, which were $10.49, and the kids' meal was only $7. Hence, the kids' meals are so much cheaper.
Yeah, and you get two. Well, again, you can choose your sides. I can't remember. I think it's soup.
I think you can have the soup, a small soup, and small barrels.
Yeah, or you can have the two barrels or the two soups, I think.
Yeah, and a drink.
And you get your drink
for $7.
that size again. Yeah, $7 for that.
Yeah,
Great.
It was really good, and the tachos were also really nice too. The other thing I will say about Woody's lunchbox, which again I think something they are looking at trying to solve, is one, it's quite hard to get in. Definitely recommend doing a mobile order.
1,000,000%
And
mobile
secondly,
order.
is it's in the sun and it's really hot. You have to sit in the sun and eat it. It's hot.
Like the whole of Toy Story Land is just
hot.
So hot. They are trying to fix that. They have put a bit more seating in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for me, I gave it a 4 because it is hard to sit comfortably for someone that doesn't like to constantly be in the sun. It's hard for me to sit comfortably and enjoy, fully enjoy my meal.
Yes. And I also give it a 4 just because it is really nice. I think the price for a kid's meal is brilliant.
Yeah.
Again, just have it as a snack in the middle of the day. Keep you going, and it's fine.
Because again, I might be wrong because I can't fully remember the prices, but I think the price for basically another half of that, I think it puts it up to like $12. And I think it's a slightly bigger drink.
You get a larger drink and you get a larger portion of tots, and you also get the soup.
I don't think you do. I think the tots are the same size.
I'm not sure. I thought you got like a bigger tots. I don't know. But anyway, it's good. I'd recommend the kids' meals. So we did have a drink in Olga's Cantina, which is in the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge area. Yep. We had non-alcoholic drinks.
We did.
Mainly because I was driving anyway, and you're not.
I'm not that bothered, so.
However, brother-in-law and your sister they had alcohol, I believe.
No, I don't think they did.
I thought maybe Rob did.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Rob, did you have alcohol or not?
Yeah. Comment for us, please.
I don't think he did.
I don't know.
I'm sure he only had a beer when we went to Cheddar's. I'm sure that's the only time he had a drink.
Oh, maybe then. Maybe.
Memory.
So one thing I do like is you do get these
Coasters.
You can take them with you. We did. And we've got them. The drinks themselves were actually really nice. And I like how the fact you get an experience out of it.
You do.
You come inside, you get DJ Rex doing DJ Rex things.
Cool.
They played the... So we love that. It was nice and cold in there.
Yes.
The other thing is they do chuck you in with other people. Like, they don't have tables for 2 or anything like that.
No.
But we stood up and it was fine.
Yeah, we didn't actually get... It's one of them, for me, you're on your feet all day, so to go and sit and have a drink
Would be nice.
is nice. But we was literally stood at one of the stand tables.
Yeah.
And again, it was really nice, but I was kind of stood like, oh, my feet, like, I could really do with sitting. But yeah, if you're in a smaller group, you'll be put in a big booth kind of thing. But we was a 4, and yeah, we stood to have these drinks. But it would have been nice if we could have had a bit of a sit down. Yeah. But yeah, the drinks were nice.
So this was the Hyperdrive, and this one was the Jabba Juice.
I had the Jabba Juice.
You had the Jabba Juice.
My memory, honestly.
I remember wanting the Hyperdrive. I don't know because on the menu it's like, Hyperdrive, punch it! And I just liked the name. And I thought, yeah, I'll go with it.
To be fair, they were nice. I think the prices of them, because you obviously get the full experience with it.
Worth it.
I think they're actually really good. I think the alcoholic ones were...
A bit more.
Very expensive.
14-ish.
I think so. And I think some of them were like 25. But I think you get like a proper souvenir cup and stuff.
Yeah, the souvenir cup it was, yeah.
Again, I can't fully remember, so I think I gave it about a 3, because I know it was nice, but I can't say, oh my God, yeah, I really want to go again.
I gave it a 4, and I would definitely go again. Just because of the experience, just because the atmosphere in there is really nice. It is a lovely atmosphere, so I did like that.
Yeah.
One thing, and bear in mind, this is the best photo we've got of this. Bear in mind, we are still talking about Galaxy's Edge drinks. We've got the blue milk. They do also do green milk as well. This was apparently, according to the Disney World app, $9.29, which I think has gone up.
I think it's gone up since we had it. Again, so we had this one in 23, and I'm sure it was like $7 odd, not $9.29.
You might be able to see by Tasha's face, though, what she thought of it.
I don't like it.
What are you giving it?
A 0.
And I'm going to giving it a 2. I just don't think it works.
It's just not for me.
No.
Like... I was a bit concerned it's going to taste like milk, and I don't like milk on its own. Like, I love it in tea, coffee and stuff like that, but on its own, I don't like it.
No.
It didn't taste like milk. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It had a bit of a weird taste to me.
Very citrusy with the consistency of milk.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I wouldn't say I didn't like it. I'm not going to buy it again.
No, you gave it a 2, didn't you?
I gave it a 2, yeah.
2, and I gave it a 0.
So we put it in to Hollywood Studios purely because that's where we brought
Yeah,
it from.
we brought this one.
So this is our popcorn bucket that we got. It's just the 100th anniversary one. It's quite good. It's like reminds me of like the scanners that you scan your like magic bands on. On the top. So it is a nice bucket.
I love the bucket.
And they do obviously do some lovely buckets as well. Like we've got quite a few buckets from like Disneyland Paris and Universal. We do like popcorn buckets. So I was quite happy to buy this, wasn't we?
Yeah.
And refills are only $2.25, which is nothing. Like for one that size, that is brilliant. And I really wish Disneyland Paris would do something like that.
Yeah, it's like €6 to refill, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it might be more than that.
I think it's gone up again.
And you buy your bucket, but then you also need to refill it. It's exactly the same as buying just a portion.
Like a portion. You have to basically buy a portion and then that's it. It's like, oh.
Yeah. So I wish Disneyland Paris, because I love Disneyland Paris's popcorn. American's popcorn though?
No.
It's that butter popcorn, not the one.
Yeah, so with the Create Your Own, there's 3 different sorts you can have. There's the butter, there's caramel, and there's another one. I can't remember what it was. And we had the caramel, which was lovely.
Yes.
The butter popcorn, it's just not for us. No. I thought when I was younger, I thought it was sweet, but I don't think it ever has been.
You seem to remember having it quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah, my taste buds must have changed, but I don't like it. And it's such a shame because the price of the refills are absolutely phenomenal. And if you like the popcorn, I think that is an absolute bargain.
Oh yeah,
I really, really 100%.
Do. Cheapest, best value snack at Disney World.
For me, I have given the popcorn a 0 just because it's not my taste.
I gave it a 1 because once I had a bit of it, I could kind of get there, but it was very much a case of I don't want to pay $2.25 for it.
No, but if you do like the butter popcorn, get a popcorn bucket, and you'll be well away.
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to move on now to Animal Kingdom. I have to be careful when I say that because we call it something different when we're talking between like us and family.
Jess.
Yeah, and people who know the photo outside the front will know what we're talking about. So this is the very first bit of food we ever had in Animal Kingdom, and it is the sausage, cheese and egg biscuit. And it's the first time I've ever had a biscuit in America as well. Because I really wanted to try it. Cause it's like a scone or a scone, depends on where you're from. I really wanted to try it.
It looks fried though. I've just realised.
It does look fried. It wasn't. It wasn't fried. Actually, to be fair, this is from Drinkawalla. I don't think they do this all the time. I think they change it up a little bit.
They changed the options that they do, yeah. So this was in 23 when we got this one.
And I'm sure when we went last year, they also had a breakfast item, but it wasn't this.
It was a...
Bagel?
I thought it was a pie. A breakfast pie.
Can I make breakfast pie? They usually do some kind of breakfast, and we had this, so this might not be available, but I believe they do have biscuits in Magic Kingdom. Fries Nook, I believe they might have them.
Yeah, I think so.
I actually really like this. I'd say it's a 4. If I was hungry in the morning, I was walking by and I saw this for $6.99, I would 100% go in and get one.
I originally said a 3, but looking at it and thinking about it again, I think it probably is a 4.
You're just hungry.
I am hungry, but I do remember actually thinking it was really nice. Again, Luke brought it, so he had the most of it. Yeah. But I did have a decent amount, and I can remember saying that was really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change it. I'm going to change mine.
You're overruling yourself.
I'm overruling myself to a 4.
So this is probably one of the most famous food places in Animal Kingdom. It's the Stuli Canteen, Satuli Canteen, that's how you pronounce it. And we obviously had to go and try the very famous burger pods, like we did have to try the burger spring rolls. Were these more to your liking than the burger spring rolls, dear?
They were a bit more to my liking. I kind of have, again, I think it's the texture of the
bao buns.
The beef. No, the actual bao bun, I don't mind. It's the inside of the texture of the mince, like being minced. I don't know. It's like I'll eat spaghetti bolognese, but I can't have too much of the mincemeat in it. I'm a very strange woman. Okay, I'm sorry. I get
I married her as well.
Exactly, you're the weirder one. The chips, I guess you call them, don't you? The crisps. They were actually really tasty.
They were lovely.
I loved them. The actual buns, for me, I gave a 2, which is better than the spring rolls.
It's double
I gave
spring
them
rolls.
a 0, didn't I?
I think you might give them a 1.
I can't remember if it was 0 or 1. So yeah, I'd go for this one over the spring roll, but I wouldn't specifically have it. Like, if I had to have it, I'd have that, but I wouldn't go and buy it myself, to be honest.
Yeah, so this one here is the adult meal of the burger pods, which was $13.99. This next to it, as you can see, this is a great comparison actually to what we were saying.
Yeah, it is.
This is a kids meal, and this was the cheese quesadillas, and it was only $7.29.
Yeah.
Again, with a drink, just like this also came with a drink. But you get a good portion of chips, not too dissimilar to this, except from with the other meal it's mixed, whereas this is just the one style.
Yeah.
You get 2 quesadillas.
Yep.
And again, I think for $7.29, it was actually a really good meal, I think, because that's what we had. We had this and we shared it, didn't we?
Yeah, we split it between us. Yeah.
So I gave this a 4 because I actually really liked the bao buns. I've never had bao buns, and this is the only bao buns I've ever had, even to this day.
I actually like the bao bun. It was just the filling for me.
And I gave this a 3 just because the quesadillas were nothing special. No. The chips were nice, and again, I think for $7.29, if you're a bit hungry in the middle of the day, you can sit down in the AC. There's lots of seating in the canteen. Mobile order, I picked it straight up. I literally walked in, and by the time I got to the entrance, it was literally there.
It was there
just
waiting.
went, picked it up, sat down, happy days. So I gave this a 3 just because I think it's good. It's a good option if you like quesadillas, want something a bit more basic, go and get that.
Yeah, I gave that one a 3 as well. One thing to say though, with the bao buns, if you have a kids meal, you get 1 instead, but it's quite a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I think it's around the $7 mark again. $7,
yeah, I think
$8.
it's $7-8, but you basically get the same amount of chips or crisps or whatever you want to call them, and you get the 1 bao bun, and then again you get small drink. Obviously with that one, you get the extra bao bun and you get a larger drink. But that's it for the price difference. Yeah,
I'd say if you want to try it, just go for the kids meal and share it if you just want to try it. And I would recommend trying it.
I mean, it depends, because obviously if there's 2 of you, we basically had a bao bun each and some chips, so that worked perfectly.
Yeah.
But if it's just you as an individual, go for the kids.
Yeah, 100%. So this was another one we had. So we had this because I think it was Helena and Martin, when they did their Florida series, they was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, we've got to go and try the honey sesame chicken from Yak and Yeti. We had the takeout version rather than the sit-down version. According to the app, this is $14.99. I can't remember paying that much.
I think it was about 12 when we had it. Because we said even then that we thought that was expensive.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that for $15, no, sorry. I thought it was okay, but that's the word I'd use. It was okay. I think you're much better off going to Panda Express and getting their orange chicken.
I think they do actually do a honey sesame chicken as well now.
Oh, do they?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, if you get orange chicken at the very least from Panda Express, you can have the 3 mains, the mix of noodles and rice for that price. So I think that might have came with a drink, but
I don't know if it did,
honestly, I gave it a 2. Not because it wasn't horrible, but not for that money. There's better stuff, I think, for the money.
Yeah, so again, I suppose it kind of reflects back to the burger pods as well. On this day, I had a really, really bad cold. Yeah. So I couldn't overly smell or taste that great. So that could maybe reflect in some of my ratings. Yeah. I gave this a 2 as well because I couldn't taste any flavouring on it. No. And when I said to Luke, I don't know if it's just because of me, he said that he couldn't really taste much either. And he was fine. Like, he didn't have a cold or anything. But yeah, I feel like the portion for $15...
Not the one.
I think it's awful. To be honest, I actually think it's really, really bad.
Yeah, no.
And I would personally rather go to like Panda Express.
Yeah, 100%. If you want to get like that kind of meal, just go to Panda Express. I know it's not in Disney, but...
No, it's not in Disney.
Just save yourself. Go and get yourself a kids meal at one of the other places. We've got another kids meal coming up as well that we had in Animal Kingdom. Get a kids meal, keep you going throughout the day. Yeah. Go to Panda Express. Loads better. Yeah. So this is going to be a quick one. So I believe you can get this anywhere, but they do sell it in
We got it from Animal Kingdom, yeah.
So it's
we got it from the Trek Snacks.
Lemonade, Minute Maid lemonade. It was $5.79. That is big. I mean, it's 350ml, 12 fluid ounces. We shared this. Was eating it for quite a while.
Because you get running away from a bird.
Oh, the birds running around.
The little white birds with the big orange beaks.
Big beaks.
Oh, honestly. If you've not seen our Animal Kingdom vlog, go and watch it just for the pure comedy of Luke going,
Anyway, yeah, so this was fun. It was so hot, it was so humid, like Animal Kingdom always is.
It's just Florida.
And we sat in the shade and ate this, and it was so good. And I think $5.79 to share that, it was great. Like for $2 on each, as a share portion, brilliant. So I gave this a 4.
I gave it a 5. Yeah. It again, if you're going in that humidity, I will 100% have one of them. I think I said to you I'd have that on my own.
Yeah.
Because it was just so... I felt instantly refreshed.
Yeah, I did as
after
well.
having it. And the flavour of it as well. Like, Minute Maid is very,
So
very
good.
nice.
We will talk about it more in our everything else video, but yeah.
It is... Yeah. Give it a go. If you
Top
like Minute
drawer.
Maid, give it a go because it's so good.
It is. So here, you can see I've actually had a Minute Maid actually. You went Fanta.
I did.
On this holiday, I converted Tash from Fanta fan, although you are still a Fanta fan.
I love the Fanta.
But you are now thinking, Minute Maid's better.
Because Minute Maid's flat.
Yeah.
And
Fanta
when you're
pretty
that...
much is.
Yeah, stuff over there is definitely a lot faster than what it is here, which I actually prefer.
Yeah.
I do think that the Minute Maid's probably a bit more refreshing.
Yeah.
But that's not for this video.
No, it's not. So we had the kids' meal at this is at Pizza Safari. So we had one each, and we shared everything, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So we had nearly everything. More about that in a sec. So I had the pepperoni pizza, which was it was $7.59, and you had the mac and cheese, which was $6.99. Now it is quite a small portion of mac and cheese compared to like Regal Eagle. That was a much bigger portion.
It was, but it's deep though.
It is quite deep, and the pizza was just a small pizza. Do you know what? I think it was fine. You can also pick your sides. So I had 2 graham cracker, the bug bites, cinnamon flavour.
Yeah, they're basically cinnamon crackers.
Yeah, you
They're
had
actually nice.
one, and you had carrot sticks, which we haven't.
You
Well,
didn't put the picture in.
I will put the
We'll put
photo
the
in
overlay
over.
over. Oh, don't have the. Right, it's the first day, and I made this mistake in 23, which, again, if you've not watched our Florida vlog series, look at our SeaWorld one, and you'll see exactly
I think we
the
did
issue.
reference it, didn't we?
We definitely did, and we put the clip in. I thought, it's the first day, I'm not going to just go, oh, fatty foods. I'll have some carrot sticks, because I like carrot sticks at home. As you can see from this picture, they're not carrot sticks, they're literally mini carrots with the skin on, with the ends on. They were disgusting.
Baby carrot.
Yeah. And I sent a picture to my sister and brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law went, what the hell have you picked them for?
You could have had nice cinnamon crackers. No, carrots.
And I think he even said, you've done the same mistake as SeaWorld last year. And I was like, you were supposed to support me.
You had the biggest salad from SeaWorld. You said, I'll have salad, grilled chicken salad, which we will talk about more in the SeaWorld video.
Oh yeah, that will definitely be coming up again.
And you was eating it about 4 hours later because it was so big, and you looked defeated. And there will be a clip in that video. But if you want to watch it now, go and watch our SeaWorld 2024 video where we do mention about it. But yeah, it's
unless you want carrots with the skin on and the ends on, then you'll love them. If you think it's going to be like a carrot stick, what we have at home,
it's not.
It's not.
No.
Go for the bug bites. They were actually really, really nice.
So yeah, so on the whole, I've given this place a 3. I think again for the money, it's not bad for a kids meal. I would say I prefer the Stooley Canteen kids meals for the money and value, but I thought this was a good option if you just want something quick.
I went for a 4 on this one just because I think it's a bit more my taste. Like I can have mac and cheese, I can have pizza.
You can have carrot sticks.
The carrot sticks are a 0 and they're in the bin. I didn't even eat them. I think I ate 2 and was like, I can't. Anyway, but the actual bug bites and the pizza, and I feel again the size that you get is good.
It's reasonable for the money.
Yeah, it is reasonable, and again, lovely, nice sitting inside area. Big space.
I was shivering actually in here.
Yeah, I think
because I've just come off the rapids.
Yeah, we've been on the rapids, and obviously the AC in America. Luke was actually cold, and to me, I was like, oh, this is bliss. So I'll stay here all day.
You didn't get that wet. Moving on. So next thing is Night Blossom. We did also have from before we do go on about the Night Blossom from Pongu Pongu. We also had like
Why did we not add that?
I don't know. We're not included it. I don't know if we got a photo. If we have, we'll drop it in. We had it was like a pineapple pancake roll.
It was basically a pineapple spring roll.
It was awful.
And we know how I feel about spring rolls. Yeah. It wasn't crispy.
No, it was soggy. It was stuck to the paper.
It was soggy. It was the actual flavour of it was quite nice.
Yeah.
The texture of it was vile.
Not the one.
I think we have got a little video clip, so we will pop that in now. But yeah, as you can see,
not a fan.
No, that for me was a minus
No, it was terrible.
5.
It was awful. It was only like a few dollars. It was about $4, I think. So I thought we'll
Yeah.
try it. You like pineapple.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
It was like
No.
pineapple and cream cheese.
That was
And
it, yeah.
I think the
But it
actual
was just
flavour was fine, but it was literally blah, 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 blah.
I think I literally do like the video. I'm like,
No, it wasn't good. And it was
very
stuck
nice.
to it wasn't good.
No.
I think if it was nice and crispy and hot, maybe, but it was lukewarm and it was soggy.
I think it had been sat for a while.
Yeah.
So maybe if you have one, it might be a bit different.
Yeah. Moving on though to what you also can get here. It is the Night's Blossom, and you're not a fan of the balls, are you?
No, I'm a bit weird with
But
them.
otherwise, the drink. We actually had this debate the other day of is this the best drink you can get in Florida or in Orlando area? Now, which we did actually come to the conclusion, which is no, because there's another cold drink you can get at Universal, what we think's better. More about that in the Universal video. But this probably is the best drink you can get in Disney World.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And we constantly think about it. We've both said this is a 5, haven't we?
Yeah, and we're not sharing one next year.
No,
This
we're
year.
gonna have one each.
This year, not sharing it.
Have one each. $6.79. Again, it's much better than that chuffing slush you had.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I think it is a little bit pricey, but yeah, that compared to the slush I had in Magic Kingdom
Worth
wins. And if anyone's not had it, to me it reminds me a bit like a sour apple
Yeah.
flavour. It's so good.
Yeah, very nice. So now we're going to go to Typhoon Lagoon. We didn't eat much here, but the one thing we did have was the Sand Pail Sundae.
Look at the bucket. It's dead cute. And you get to keep it.
You
well,
do.
I hope you do, because we took it.
Well, if you Typhoon Lagoon's down the bucket now,
It's
isn't
got
it?
like its little actual bucket bit, like the castle bit. You can actually
Yeah.
make sand castles.
You could actually make a sandcastle out of it if you wanted
It's
to.
also got Blizzard Beach on it, which is rude because you're always closed.
Yeah. Oh, always close when we go.
Yep.
So this here is like the biggest sundae ever.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I came over looking so proud of myself when I got it.
We'll put the clip in.
And so this is $17, which does sound a lot. We
but-
said, because we were talking about what we're going to say on this video, and we said, oh, it's $17, but it serves 2. And then we looked online, and it says it's designed for 3 to 4.
You know what though? I think that is literally all we ate all day.
It was
Why we was
great.
there, because it was so filling, and there is a cherry there.
There's 2. I dropped
There was meant
one.
to be another one, but as Luke walked over, like, all smug, it went boink.
It
And I was like,
pinged
oh no,
off.
you dropped your cherry. You popped your cherry, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But yeah, so $17. It's not a 5. It's like a 4.5 for me.
Yeah.
I will have this again, I think, next time we go. 'Cause it's just so good.
Okay, let's maybe try and share it this time.
We did share it.
I meant between 4 people.
It's 2 at best. It's a bit like when you get a birthday cake, like that serves 32. No, it doesn't. That's 3
So it's
sittings.
4. No, it was really nice. I gave it a 4 as well. I don't really know why I gave it a 4. It was really good, so I don't know why I wouldn't give it a 5.
I just think it's not like, you don't think about it all the time, but you've got
No.
fond memories of it.
Yeah, it is nice. And, you know, if you've got 2 adults and 2 kids, there'd be more than enough.
Yeah.
Because there was more than enough for us and we're bigger people.
Yeah.
There was more than enough.
Yeah,
To the
that-
point, I think we were struggling.
That was
Because there
our
is
food for the
big
day.
bits of
Brownie
brownie,
and
and
stuff.
so it is filling, but it is lovely. So, and
Yeah.
you do get your souvenir bucket as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think the bog standard ones are about $8, $9.
And they're just in a little
Share it.
plastic,
Yeah.
just a normal crappy plastic thing.
Yeah, they are, yeah. So that's all we had. That's all we had at Typhoon Lagoon. We've only been one day, and that's all we had all day. So last thing on this list is going to be Disney Springs. So we're going to go over this quickly because I know we've been talking for over an hour. So we've got Gideon's Bakehouse, and there is obviously a lot of hype for this online. And to be fair, I wanted to really go the first year, and we just couldn't get in. Every
think
time we
we
went,
tried
it was such a
3-4 times. But when we went, it was like the 1st September after the lockdown had done.
First full proper
The first full
September,
September
yeah,
when
probably was.
everybody was like, we can go back to Florida properly now.
Yeah.
So it was just absolutely ridiculous and we didn't get to do it.
No. but
Whereas
then
last year,
we went like 3 times in
we
there.
managed to get in 3 times, yeah. And I think the longest we waited was like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And
it
for
was-
Gideon's,
it
that
was
is like
fine.
nothing.
No. So we had quite a few different ones. So we had the original, we had the banana bread, we had the
Cookies and cream.
cookies and cream, we had the Bride of Frankenstein, which is like a special one they did at the time.
Yeah, and we had, I don't think it was the banana, one had pecans on it. I don't know if that's the banana one
That
or
might have
not.
been the banana bread, I don't know.
I don't know. We had 4 anyway.
But the best one by far for us was just the OG,
original.
the original.
Yeah.
It was so good. And I think they're about $6 each. I've put various prices on this.
It depends what you have.
I think this was like $6.50. Worth it so much.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going back. I'll wait. I'll come out of the park and go there and then come back again or something if I have to.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't even know if I'll bother with any of the other ones. I might potentially try a special one depending what it is, because I did like the
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, that one was really nice. I still preferred the original, but that one was really nice. But otherwise, it's all about the original for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
And we understand the hype of this one, and we both gave it a 5.
Yeah, we do. We do get the hype. I know some people don't, but we do. 100%. Now, this was a challenge, wasn't it, this one? So, they wanted to shout out. Our friends generally said, these are the best Brussels ever. Luke, you hate Brussels, but don't worry, you'll love these.
And in my head, I was thinking lots of words I'm not going to repeat because I really didn't think I was going to like them. However, in 23 Christmas, we had some Brussels that were from Lidl, I think.
Yeah.
That Luke's mum made, and they had like cheese and bacon, and they were amazing. And I loved them. Luke didn't try them. And he was like, oh yeah, we'll try them. We'll try these. I was like,
so these are from the Polite Pig in Disney Springs. They're $6 just for this. We ordered it as like a takeout version.
Yeah, so it's the crispy Brussels sprouts with whiskey caramel. I choked on them.
You did, didn't you?
I literally choked on them. A bloke walked past and said they'll be the best Brussels sprouts you ever tried.
Literally, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
You could see we were videoing. This guy was like, they'll be the best Brussels you'll ever have.
And unfortunately, I gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be choking on them because they're that crispy.
It was the whiskey bit, I think, that maybe hit the back of your throat. I don't know.
I didn't like them.
I actually gave it a 3. And that is polite for me because...
Polite
pig. Because I don't think a Brussels ever score. It could be the best thing ever. The roof for a Brussels sprout for me is a 3. And the fact I actually had these and I thought, they're actually all right. I thought that's probably worthy of a 3, right? Nah. Am I going to have it again? Absolutely not. But they have got some other sides. We'll look at the menu.
Yeah.
So I might actually go to the Polite Pig again, but order some of the other sides.
You could be having them on your own. I ain't sharing them.
They was alright. I liked the leafy bit at the bottom with the sauce on. The actual Brussels themselves.
No, see, I was the other way around. The Brussels I thought was okay. The leafy bit's what I choked on because it was so... Oh,
I think
it
I
was
just
like
liked the
seaweed.
I just liked the glaze on it. I think over the actual Brussels.
But to me, the Brussels that you can get from Lidl at Christmas,
Cheese
they are a
ones.
5 out of 5 for me. So it's not the fact I don't like Brussels, because apparently I actually don't mind them now.
No.
I just didn't like them ones. But a lot of people do like them.
Yeah.
So if you do like a Brussels, give them a go.
Yeah.
Just don't choke on it.
And we had a conversation with someone on Instagram, didn't we? I don't know if you did or I did or what, but I can't remember who it was. And they were like, can't go wrong with an American Brussels sprout.
Yes.
I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember now.
I think you did. I think you had a conversation with someone about it. But and we're like, oh, we're not sure.
No, they weren't for me.
Yeah. So another one that's also a big famous one at Disney Springs is Blaze Pizza. We've watched many vlogs and people's like, they land and they are running into Blaze Pizza because they are like, I've been thinking about Blaze Pizza for so long. I've been wanting a Blaze Pizza. I'm finally here on getting a Blaze Pizza. What did we think though?
So, bearing in mind, I think it was a Saturday when we went. So, Disney Springs is busy on a Saturday. We went in and we got told to just go left. So we went left. And then we're walking around. We didn't get told what we actually had to do.
No.
They were just like, what do you want? And I was like...
I want a blazed barbecue and a carnivore pizza.
And then we were moving down and I was like, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want that? And I'm like...
It's like a Subway for pizza, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Subway for pizza. So now I kind of understand it. I actually quite like that element. That's really good.
Yeah.
However, I had an all-you-meat pizza and then I got asked, did you want to remove the meatballs?
No.
No? So I don't know how they got that. Anyway, once we finally got through it all, we went and found a table. They brought it over. And...
We also had the garlic bread, the cheesy garlic bread.
Cheesy garlic bread.
$8.25.
For me, it is a bit pricey. I'd give the garlic pizza bread a 5 out of 5. That was phenomenal.
It was really nice.
The actual pizza itself, it's not all that for me personally. It was nice. Again, it could just been a bit of an experience because it was quite hectic in there for us. I gave it a 3 as an overall package. I don't think it's the best pizza in the world. It was all right. One part of mine on the side was actually quite burnt, because I don't think they'd like turned it round, maybe.
Potentially you can see actually it's a bit darker here than it is there, but yeah. Or is it here actually? It might have caught. I'm not sure.
I think it was more on the base. It was really like it was black. It was burnt on one side of it. So I think I left quite a bit of like the crusty side, and I actually like pizza crust. So yeah, it wasn't the best for me, unfortunately.
See, I've given it a 3 as well. I would like to go back and try it again. Will I do it next trip? Maybe. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying I definitely am. I would give it another go. I think $12, which is about maybe 10 and a bit quid.
It's not bad.
For a
They're
pizza
decent size,
in Disney Springs actually is not that bad.
Yeah.
And it is nice, it is fresh, you know, and the taste is good. I think it's a good pizza, but is it as mad, as mental as what everyone makes out? I don't think so.
No, one thing that you do see a lot is the fact that they do gluten-free.
Yes,
which I
good.
totally understand that. I think that's absolutely fantastic that they do that. So for anyone that might be gluten-free, if you didn't know and you like pizza, Blaze do them. And people that have the gluten-free ones say that they're one of the best pizzas you can get.
Yeah, so, that is definitely an upside, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So our last bit of food item we're going to talk about we've actually had is Chicken Guy. So we wanted to do this in 23 and we just didn't get time. No. So 24 we made sure we did it. This is what we had. So I had just the original and you had the Buffalo Ranch, which I don't think they do anymore.
It doesn't look like they do it anymore unless they've just changed the name of it, potentially.
Yeah, so this is basically chicken burger. You get like 2 tenders, bit of salad, bit of sauce, and they are known for their sauce. So we had garlic parmesan.
Yes.
The fries, I remember the sauce was really good.
Yeah,
the fries
and the fries were good.
My burger was also really good, but yours was a bit hot.
Yeah, so that's nothing against Chicken Guy. I went for Buffalo not thinking it'd be that spicy, and it was very spicy. So I wasn't a big fan of what I chose, but that was my mistake. I tried a bit of Luke's, and that was amazing.
Very nice.
So it was just the fact of I chose the wrong item for myself.
Yeah.
But overall, even though what I chose I didn't enjoy, because I did try a bit of Luke's and stuff like that, I gave it a 4 overall, because if I'd have chosen the OG, I would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah, I gave it a 4 as well. It's not the best food I've ever had, but in terms of a chicken burger, it's probably
It is nice, yeah.
It's probably
really,
just
really
one
nice.
down from Chick-fil-A, but probably better than other chicken burgers that I've had. We'll talk about Chick-fil-A in another video.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish off this now just by talking about some of the things we want to try next time we go. Things we've seen online and we think we might want to try. So we're just going to go over this real quick. So starting off at Hollywood Studios then, we want to have the Ronto wrap.
It's more you than me. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I will try a bit of it.
Yeah, a very famous one, that one. I want to have the Num Num Jack Jack cookie.
I mean, I want that.
That looks amazing.
We'll have one each.
Yeah. Also, this is another one from L&S Adventures. Steve, he loved the Camel Ribbon Crunch.
Yes.
And we also love Camel Ribbon Crunch, which we'll go into in another one. But apparently a round 'em up latte from the Joffrey's
at Plaza Market.
Yes.
Apparently they're very, very nice and quite similar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we want to see what the hype is.
Yes, so we're going to give that a go. We want to try the waffle bowl. That's more for maybe brother-in-law, I think.
Yes. They do look nice though. They've got some. It's like an ice cream waffle cup.
Yeah.
And then you've got like your
noodles and stuff in it, right?
Yeah, it looks quite nice.
Yeah, it looks quite nice. Then we also want to maybe try the buffalo fries. Again, more me maybe than you.
Yeah, I think because of the experience I had with Chicken Guy and the buffalo. Yeah. I don't think I like buffalo stuff, so it might be a you. But again, I'm sure you'll have someone to share with.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, we are going with your sister and brother-in-law, aren't we?
Well, we've got a few days on our own, and then 2 weeks with them, and then we've got a few days on our own after.
So there will be in the videos a bit more.
They will.
Animal Kingdom then. So I'm looking down at this screen here. So we've got the breakfast tachos, which look really nice actually.
I can't think what it was.
They've got like egg and bacon and sausage on, like the potato tots.
Yeah. They look nice actually.
They look really nice. I want to try the. Oh, again, I think these are more for Jess and Rob. So we've got baked mac and cheese with pulled pork. and French fries with pulled pork and cheese. That's from the Flame Tree Barbecue in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, they do both look really nice. It's just they have barbecue sauce on it. I'm not a big barbecue sauce kind of person.
Yeah.
So potentially if I could have it but without the barbecue sauce, I think I'd actually really like it.
Yeah.
So it could be a potential for us to try.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll probably be able to get a snap of it anyway.
Yeah. I want to try the buffalo chicken chips from Trilo Bites. They looked really nice.
Again, that
just
might
loaded chips.
It might just be a you. But I'll give it a go because it might be a different kind of buffalo sauce.
So from Epcot then, want to try the butter bar or a bit of bark?
Yeah, really want to try some bark.
They do that caramel crutch, which is in like the German area.
Is it from the Werther's
Werther's,
original?
where they do all that, yes.
Where they do all that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
I'm glad you're saying this one. Basically, the ice cream...
Yeah, what is it?
In pastry.
L'Artisan des Glaces.
Yeah, that's where it's from, isn't it, right?
Is it?
I think so.
No, that's what it's called. It's from Croque Glace.
L'Artisan des Glaces from, Croque Glace.
Yeah,
so it's like ice cream in like a pastry and they like...
Yeah, and then they like squish it
together. That looks really nice. I also want to try croque monsieur from there. Just because Disneyland Paris is one of our favourite snacks we have.
Yeah.
So I want to give that a go. That's just from the France area.
Yeah. So then Magic Kingdom. We want to try the sausage. The sausage, egg and cheese bagel from Friar's Nook.
Yeah, that looks really nice for breakfast.
That looks really, really good.
We've already mentioned this. We want to try the creme brulee croissant from Gaston's.
Yep, and then they do loaded Mickey waffles in Sleepy Hollow, and they look really nice because I think they do like a savoury and a
sweet.
I can't think. Yeah, savoury and a sweet, and they both look really, really good.
Yes. Oh, another one. Again, this is another L&S Adventures. If you want Disney food, go and watch L&S Adventures because Steve just eats everything inside.
Yeah, he does.
Which
we love. Keep doing it.
Yeah, this is more of a Lucy thing though, isn't it? With the cream cheese pretzel, which is from the, I think it's from the launching pad in Tomorrowland.
Yes.
It's like it's like a pretzel with stuffed cream cheese inside. That sounds really nice.
Oh, but in one of their very most recent vlogs from their Christmas series, she did find it in Hollywood Studios as well.
Oh, near the Jack Num Num cookie place.
Whether or not it was just a Christmas thing or not, we can test the theory then.
Yeah, I want to try corn dog nuggets. You're not too convinced, are you?
I'm not really a big corn dog fan, but if they're small, I might give it a go.
Yeah, that's probably another one for me as well, isn't it?
I might try the chili cheese fries.
Yeah.
And then you want to try the frozen lemonade slush.
Yes.
Which is basically
Minute Maid
slush.
Yeah.
And then the brownie sundae from the Plaza Ice Cream Plaza.
Yeah. It's the ice cream shop on Main Street. They also do an ice cream cookie sandwich, which looks good. Yeah,
because we've obviously had a cookie sandwich, but not an ice cream version.
Yeah.
So we want to try that.
Yeah, and they also do a similar one at Animal Kingdom as well, near Dinosaur. I know, it's going. We have to say goodbye to it again.
I don't think it's going to go.
I hope it doesn't.
I don't.
Anyway, yes, so that is it. That is all our food we've eaten, and it's a good selection of food we want to try at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Yeah, if there's anything that we've not mentioned that you guys have really enjoyed or recommend, pop it in the comments because we're always down for recommendations and stuff like that. So
a lot of this stuff has either come from Disney Food Vlog or watching other people's vlogs and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, drop us down your suggestions. Also, if you do like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Also, do subscribe because we are going to do some more. We're going to do Universal, we're going to do SeaWorld Busch Gardens, and we're also going to do just everything else we've eaten in and around the Orlando area.
Yeah, absolutely. So that brings us to an end.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.